whenever you fight somebody 0-0.
Yeah. But, you know, social media helps a lot, you know?
Yeah, that's true, huh? Is that what you do? Do you ever get to a point where you can't find any videos of an opponent and you just find social media videos of them training or anything like that?
That's the first thing I look for. As soon as the promoter tells me a name, I'm already on Facebook, Instagram, looking at his training, his gym. You know, I know everything about the guy before I step in the cage with him.
Now, there are some fighters that I talked to that said they feel that watching videos on their opponent, it's almost a distraction and they hate doing it. Do you feel the other way? Do you feel like it helps you prepare for the opponent?
Yeah, so when you watch a video, you don't really want to pay attention to the whole fight. You just want to look at his cardio and you want to look at his bailout move, you know? Like, in my last fight, I watched every fight that I could find on my opponent, and I knew every time he threw a leg kick, he opened his hands first, you know? So it was like, I knew what he was going to do before he knew what he was going to do, you know?
Right.
So you got to study the little things. You can't study like, oh, he's a good wrestler. You got to understand what he does before he shoots, you know? So you can time it. So you got to break it down.
Right. All right, guys, here we go, getting into fight number 3. And right before we got out, we got into the mind of Joseph Williams a little bit, and he explained, you know, his tactics and what he likes to do in preparation for a fight. And it's incredible. I mean, that explains why you are who you are and you're as good as you are, is because you look at everything, the small details. He opens his leg here, he puts his hand down here, and it helps you prepare so you can be proactive instead of reactive.
Exactly.
So, C.J. Stott against Alan Kaplan.
No touch of the gloves.
No touch of the gloves. And Alan Kaplan, another independent fighter that we have in the cage today. And we'll see. C.J. Stott seems very calm. Ooh, and he caught him with the overhand right. And C.J. Stott is just teeing off. Kaplan seems very calm, but you can see he's a little bit timid. You can tell by his body language. A little bit unsure. And I mean, that plays a huge role in controlling the tempo of the movement and your opponent and throwing them off. Oh, and Allen landed a nice overhand right, backed CJ up a little bit. And CJ, again, very calm, and he looks to continue with the approach. What do you think about what's going on right now, Joseph?
CJ looks very comfortable in the pocket and striking. Just landed a big shot.
Big shot, and it's over. Another TKO. C.J. Stott with a solid shot landed on Alan Kaplan, made him turn, and before he can drop, the ref came over to stop the fight. And again, safety's always first. That's the most important thing, making sure that the fighters are going to be able to learn and come back and fight again.
I was talking about talent earlier. C.J. Scott's only 18 years of age, you know, having his first fight. You know, this kid could have big things coming.
Absolutely. To be 18 and to be in this cage says a lot about you and your desire, you know, to just be a killer and a winner. You're in here with grown men. I mean, it says here that Alan Kaplan is 36 years old. He doesn't look it. I don't know how accurate that is, but I mean, you know, at 18, you know you're going to come in here against grown men. and it definitely plays an impact on your morale and even wanting to come into the cage. So great job by both fighters. Man, another TKO in the first round. What do you think about this, man? We got 19 fights on the card, but if it keeps going like this, we might be done in like 2 hours.
I know, it's crazy. You know, there's just, you could just get caught by one punch. You know, that's all it takes with those little gloves on.
Yeah, those what are those 8-ounce gloves? They're a little bit bigger, right?
Yeah, I believe pro is 4 and these are 6.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
But
6-ounce gloves.
They make that 2 ounces makes a big difference.
I agree.
Hurts a little bit less.
You know, I have a lot of respect for any fighter that's willing to get in the cage and fight and put on a performance. It takes a lot of pride swallowing and a lot of overcoming, fear and uncertainty in order to even get in here and fight. So props to everybody who's fought so far, including these fighters here.